From the U.S. Lacrosse Hall of Fame at Tierney Field in Maryland, welcome to the Maryland Lacrosse League Championship game featuring McFauls and Coopers. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. Alongside me is Colin Fagan, the founder of the Maryland Lacrosse League. We've had two interesting semifinals.
Right.
Pretty close. One was a blowout, we have to admit.
Yep.
Another one was a close game, but two defensive teams right here.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to expect I haven't seen these guys obviously as much as you have, but I'm going to expect kind of a 5-4 game.
Right.
In your experience, what are you thinking?
I think so, too. I think we're going to see kind of the defenses kind of hold down the fort and expect some maybe man-up opportunities to kind of get some goals.
So we are just about ready to get started. It's the number 1 seed Coopers. They came in with a 9-1 win early in the semifinals over the Shamrocks, while McFauls, the number 3 seed. So they had to play this morning. They defeated Mr. Bow, and then they took care of the Eastsiders 6-4 in a minor upset, but an upset nonetheless. So they're playing their third game today, while Coopers are playing their second. Now, we've had a bit of a delay. This game was originally supposed to start at 4:30, and we are underway right now. So maybe that delay helps out McFauls a little bit.
Right, give them some rest.
A little extra rest. As a big battle here, it is Coopers in the blue and McFauls, they are in the white as they had to switch from their normal dark blue. Soccered up ahead here by Greg Fershman, but can't control, and finally possession for McFauls. Very sloppy to start things off. Ground ball is always important in a game like this. It's taken over here by Franzen, and he will slow it down now for McFauls. Tony Million picked up a goal in the earlier game. Fights through a couple of stick checks. Now has room. Goal line extended. Cuts his way. Takes a shot. That is high.
Oh.
He gets decked inside the crease. They're going to call a crease violation. Either way, it would have been Cooper ball. 12-minute running time here in the Maryland Lacrosse League. Otherwise, NCAA rules apply. As the Coopers control, Bobby Patterson spins to his left, gets free, takes a shot, and it goes high. And it is backed up by the Coopers.
Yeah, so I think it's fitting for our championship game that we have two more of our established teams that have kind of been around for a couple of years that made it here. Eastsiders was their first year putting together a team.
And for them to come away with the number 2 seed in the regular season, that's very impressive.
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. So we got a lot of new teams, which is always fun. And, yeah.
A nice stop there from Brian Chittum. He was so strong against the Eastsiders.
Oh, yeah, he's a goalie, and he's one of the goalies for the All-Star game, too. And he might be one of the oldest players out here today. I think he's 43, if he doesn't mind me saying that.
Coopers with some consistent pressure here. 2 minutes in, still no score. Trying to spin away Patterson. Nice look to the crease. Low pass for Whipple. Tries a shot and it goes high. Ooh. Patterson tries again towards the crease, but Brad Corvin can't control. And trying to sneak away here is Franzen. Can't quite get out, though. And here is Fershman. Fershman picked up 4 goals in the semifinal against the Shamrocks. So he'll try to move in, sweeps to his left, stops, draws the double, goes to his right. Good individual effort, but knocked out of his cross. And a loose ball. A lot of pushing and shoving. It's finally taken out here by Mike Richardson. He'll try a shot and he scores. So early on, just 3 minutes in, Coopers take a 1-0 lead. Pretty much how you'd expected this to start off. Kind of low scoring.
Yep.
Both teams getting opportunities. But the Coopers doing a good job of getting that all-important first goal.
Definitely, yeah. Let's see if they can kind of maintain that. Teams are kind of settled into this championship game now.
And always remember, this is the first Maryland Lacrosse League season.
Yeah.
So for a winner of this game forever will be initiated as the inaugural champions.
Yeah,
that is something to certainly hang your hat on.
Yeah, and a side piece that we want to make fun, the winner of the league gets a free entry into our Red, White, and Blue Summer Classic tournament. which just kind of adds to, like, winning something, being the champion, to have that.
So Victor Licata draws the flag, drops it back for Charles Martin. So man-up opportunity coming. As it goes far side, for Franzen. Being harassed by Robert Baker. Franzen. And slowed down here for Andy Bishop. Switches, looking for cutters, nothing there. Good defensive work by Justin Bass to stay with him. It's looped all the way back up top. Curry's Davenport. Sweeps to his left, being chased by Zachary Clark. Clark with a couple of stick checks. Good cradle, though, by Davenport. Davenport spinning away, draws a triple team, trying to swim his way through. Lost possession, and finally picked up by the Coopers. So with 7:14 and counting left to go here in the first quarter, McFauls a great opportunity to tie the game up.
1 minute pen on Coopers, man up for McFauls.
First man up for McFauls. Randy Belton get his first opportunity to really run the offense. Doesn't necessarily run it from up top, though. This shot from the outside, nice save by Mark Willis. And we'll go the other way as here's Brad Corvin, formerly from Salisbury. Nice look to the crease. Trying to get a shot off was Whipple. He's shoulder down top of the crease. Still belongs to the Coopers, though, and the power play, or man up rather, is over. Meaty change here as Bobby Patterson comes on. Mentioned earlier that a lot of these players with a lot of experience, these two teams have been around for a little while, even though it's the first year of the Maryland Lacrosse League. A lot of experience, D1, D3, and Club Collegiate.
Oh, yes, sir, yeah. Yeah, looking at their rosters, you just see a lot of...
Stevenson, Navy, York College, Delaware. This is whipped across the near side.
Yeah, and there's also some interesting stories all around all these teams. Their Fogo, who's a 42-year-old that just made Essex's team, is kind of interesting story.
He's a freshman. He's never played before.
Yeah, right?
This shot comes in, kind of soft, but Chittum able to swallow it up. Outlet pass. Oh, a high hit, and that flag is going to fly there. So one thing we haven't seen throughout these playoffs is a lot of major physical contact, simply because, well, I think everyone understands that everyone's got a day job.
Exactly, yeah. Everyone has to come home to their family. Everyone's here to have a good time.
But that may...
But it's a championship game.
That's right. These guys want to come away with a victory. If you're going to absorb a bump or two or a couple of slashes, you know what? You might as well win a championship out of it. But this will be a man-up opportunity for McFauls. Head contact. And 1 minute unreleasable.
1 minute non-releasable penalty on Coopers, man up McFauls.
So I think that's Furshman who's going to take the knee. And his argument, he was saying, hey, it was shoulder. I was like, yeah, it was shoulder to the head.
Yeah.
But shoulder nonetheless. Nice look to the crease. Shot, save.
Ooh.
Right there on the doorstep was Franzen. But right into the chest of the keeper and Mark Willis. Outlet up ahead. That's grabbed here. This is actually Furshman. He'll look towards the crease and instead hides back behind. Tosses back now for Beatty. Heading to the 4-minute mark. 1-0 Coopers. Mike Richardson with the goal. Jump shot. That goes wide by Whipple. But it is backed up by the Coopers, and they'll get possession once again. Those of us who are just joining us, we had about a 45-minute delay, thanks to lightning in the area. Didn't seem to get all that bad here, but close enough as ball drops, flag will fly. And you may be able to hear it downstairs. The intensity picking up. Again, we mentioned, like, yeah, these guys all have day jobs. This is, most part a hobby for these guys. But you know what? Doesn't mean they don't care. Doesn't mean that they don't want to take care of business and win themselves a title.
Like bragging rights is big around here, They want to hold that on their heads.
So it will be a man up for the Coopers. Their first of the game. They were 1 for 2 in the semi. So they'll start back behind an X with 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. And a 1-0 lead. Nice cut move to get in, but a shot goes high. Eddie McKinnon couldn't get it to go. Backed up, though, by the Coopers. I'll try the hidden balls. McKinnon hangs onto it. All the way back up top. Shot save. Nice little fake there from Patterson.
Yeah. These goalies are here to play.
Chittum with a nice stop. Again, we mentioned earlier, his performance against the Eastsiders could have been a very different game if not for his goaltending, especially late in that third quarter. Nice little break, trying to cut his way through Firschman. But he is hit hard, and flags fly. So already this will be the third man up for McFauls. So we head down to 2:10 and counting left to go in the first quarter. We'll say inaugural season, the fact that there is web coverage.
Oh, yeah,
getting to play in this facility. You guys are off to a rousing start. What are you looking at in the future as far as...
in the future, so our 40-up guys just got started. In the fall, we're going to roll out our Elite League. That's just open to any age. We're working on developing a ladies' league in the area. And, yeah, actually, part of our mission, too, is to have a free youth lacrosse league next year, kind of a way to kind of give back and kind of keep lacrosse growing in the area.
That is fantastic news. The shot comes in. That goes high by Tony Million. But it is back. Oh, it's backed up by the Coopers. They'll get possession. As that is tossed well out of play, just desperately trying to clear. Down to 1:13 to go in the first quarter.
But, yeah, I mean, as we finish up this quarter, I mean, it's just cool. It's been a beautiful day out here. It's cool to play on the same field that the U.S. national team for men and women play on. Kind of have that history of it. Been pretty special.
And to get the support of U.S. Lacrosse is humongous.
Oh,
it's huge. They are the governing body in this country, so
definitely
certainly helps to get their friendship and support.
Yes, sir, yeah. And so every member, or every player in the league has to be a U.S. Lacrosse member, kind of our partnership with them. But, yeah, it's been a pleasure. We're working with them.
Well, that also means that these guys are going to be taken care of.
Right.
The governing body is going to help you out. If anything goes a little weird, they'll help you take care of it.
Uh-huh.
So that is also very huge, and it brings legitimacy.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Nice look to the crease. Oh, big save there by Chittum. You can't throw it, even tight on him. You can't just toss it to him and think it's going to sneak by. You need to throw a fake. You have to have time against him. Looked like he stepped out, but Marshall sneaks through. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. To look to the crease. Nope, keeping. Bishop. 2 seconds. I don't think he realized how much time's left. But he decides to hang on to it. And at the end of 12 minutes, it's 1-0 Coopers. We'll take a quick break and come back in a moment for the second quarter as you're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League Championship game on the Sports Fan Base Network. Second quarter about to begin. The Maryland Lacrosse League Championship game as a 1-0 lead for Coopers over McFauls. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Tom Williams. Alongside me is the founder of the league, Colin Fagan. We switch sides. Coopers in the blue. McFauls is in the white. Evenly played game. Each team has had a couple of opportunities, but the Coopers have took advantage of their lone or their main opportunity to take a lead. So here's Firschman to try to move in. Sweeps in. Fires. Scores! Oh, right off the draw, Firschman moves in and makes it a 2-0 game.
Coopers goals, scored by number 85, Drake Firschman.
So that is 5 in total on the day for Firschman, the former Stevenson Mustang. And we mentioned earlier a lot of these players moving up or moving on from D1 and D3 schools, even some D2 and club. Especially like the stories of guys who haven't played since high school, want to pick it up if they find themselves on a team.
Yeah, I had a couple of guys that reached out to me today, and they were telling me I haven't played in 10 years and just felt good to kind of get back out in this type of atmosphere.
And the good thing is they'll get support from the D1 and D3 guys. Like, we'll help you along. We'll make you better.
Right. Yeah, I think playing with those guys just makes you better, brings out the best in you.
McFauls controls down by 2. Yeah, so don't think if you're watching out there and are somewhat local to to the area, I can't do that. Yeah, you can. Turnaround shot that goes wide here by Franzen, but it is backed up by McFauls. And there aren't a lot of leagues like this around the country either.
Right. Oh yeah.
You have those high-level, post-collegiate leagues, but but to have a league at this, post-collegiate, you guys who haven't been incredibly, over-competitive like in the MLL or PLL.
Yeah, it's definitely more relaxed than that, and at the end of the day, everyone's there to have a good time. Like to mention one of our sponsors, CVPs in Towson. They've been so great having us after the games. They give us, wing specials, beer specials, and we couldn't be more happier. There's nothing like playing a good game and then going to have a cold beer with your friends.
Trying to force out in front, but McFauls could not get the pass through. It was right there on the doorstep was Franzen. It's picked up and still controlled. So here's Bishop. Bishop, not sure if that's a shot or not. Nope, they're going to call that a pass. Yeah, with a sharp angle, it's tough to tell as an official. You just got to go with your gut. Not much of an argument here from McFauls, though. 2-0 Coopers, 9:05 to go in the second quarter. Long pass up ahead. Connects to the crease. Oh, could have shot it. Now takes a shot, but right into the body of Chittum. This outlet pass is deflected away, still loose. Oh, they're going to wave the over and back. And here's Mark Whipple. Powers to his right, wards off well. Takes a shot, just missed the far side post. But it is backed up by the Coopers. And I would imagine as the time goes on, this being just the first year, you're going to have a great problem of too many teams, too many players. And
that's where, so both these teams are based in different divisions. Right now we have almost 4 teams in each division where you kind of play most of your games locally, either like in Annapolis, Towson, or D.C. Kind of branch out. We've had some teams reach out from Virginia that are interested in Philadelphia, so there could be a chance to have like an in-state champion and an out-of-state champion and have them come together, But we're just trying to keep it fun and make sure everyone has a good time.
Yeah, it would also be nice to see if some of the western cities get involved, say Hagerstown or Cumberland.
Right. Yeah.
This shot from the outside, nicely tracked by Chittum. Outlet pass is intercepted. Cooper's keeping the pressure on. Turnaround shot, that goes wide. And the backup by Chittum, it'll be McFauls' ball. So it stays 2-0 Coopers. 7:27 to go in the second quarter.
By the way, if you're watching this and you're wondering, how can I learn more information, you're obviously following us on our Facebook page, but we have our website, MarylandLacrosseLeague.com. We have all information about our tournaments and leagues on there, so feel free to do that. Our email's on there as well. We're happy to answer any questions.
Oh, dropped out of the cross, but overrunning it is McKinnon. Outlet pass by Joseph Bucci. Finally worked across, and here is Chris Harris. Harris moving in. Nice look across. The shot, that goes high. It's Andy Bishop. Just could not keep it low, but backed up by McFauls. Haven't seen much from Randy Belton in this one.
Yeah, he had a big first game.
Yep, scored 3. And basically running the offense from an attackman position. You can see his leadership out there. Draws the double team and dumps it off. Smart play there. Oh, pass towards the crease, and that is intercepted. Maybe one too many passes. As Coopers will try to move the other way. So here's Fershman. Tries a low shot save, and it is swallowed up by the keeper, Chittum. He'll hide back behind the cage. Tries a long outlet. Finally works into the cross. Franzen. Back now for Gregory Bragg. Your side, Tony Million, who picked up a goal in the semis. Heading under 6 minutes to go in the second. 2-0 Coopers. Million. Couple of fake spins, lost it out of his cross. And here comes Frischman the other way. Cuts wide, tries a shot, and he scores! Sneaks it right under the stick of Chittum, and it's now 3-0 Coopers.
With 5 minutes remaining in the first half, the score Coopers 3, McFauls 0.
And Coopers doing such a good job defensively. I mean, so far in this one, 5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, and this is their second game played. They've given up exactly 1 goal.
Oh, yeah, strong showing from them as usual. Everyone that's going to take them down is going to be on their best.
That's something we haven't seen, by the way, is Chittum. I wouldn't call it a soft one, but that's one he normally saves.
Yeah.
At least he's normally today. I mean, I haven't seen him a whole lot, but he was so good in game 1, but that one just didn't quite get his cross all the way down. Big draw here as McFauls shields it well. And it's controlled by Licata.
Correction on the goal, that was number 85, Mike Richardson.
So that one was Richardson, not Frischman.
And the one before that.
So he may have 3 goals. Again, there are 285s. This shot comes in, they score. Queries Davenport picks up his first of the day. And McFauls is on the board with 4 minutes to go in the second. It's 3-1.
Yeah, and I'm sure with McFauls, it's good for them to kind of just get that first one on the board, so they get settled into this game.
Number 9, Queries Davenport.
So that's a big one just to kind of get rolling.
I think the black 85 is Craig Frischman. The other one's Mike Richardson.
So another big draw here is McFauls. Won the last draw, got a great opportunity. This one is still up in the air, literally. Grabbed here by the Coopers. Draw is so important in this game. You got to limit your turnovers, and when you do get the cause turnovers, make sure you pick up those ground balls. So it's thrown back here for Brooks. Beatty, another Stevenson Mustang, or former Stevenson Mustang. Chance here for the Coopers to settle things down as we get to the later stages of this second quarter. Don't want to allow a run here from McFauls to get back into this. Here's Beatty. Finds room behind the back. That goes wide. That's backed up by McFauls. Good job by Nathan Welch to stay back behind at X. So 2:20 to go in the second quarter. 3-1 Coopers. Nice look up the middle. Charles Martin. And now for Bragg. Bragg up ahead for Franzen. Finds a lot of room. One thing about the Coopers is they don't chase a lot defensively. They stay inside the restraining box for the most part. They make you come at them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. We've seen that all day.
Then they'll slowly start to extend, and this is where McFauls, if they're patient, they can get something going here. As Franzen trying to back his way in. Ball down, but gets it right back. Good stick check on him by Robert Baker. Franzen tries again against Baker. Fakes the pass, now dumps it back. Shot from the outside and a save. Hard shot from Gregory Bragg. But Mark Willis stayed with it. Now they go the other way. Oh, quick stick. Oh, what a goal there while diving down. McKinnon just kind of waited for the ball to come to him and whipped it home. And heading down to a minute to go in the second, it's now 4-1 Coopers.
Well, I just want to thank you for having me up here. I'm going to head down to the fields and get ready for the post-game awards and stuff. All the winning team gets some championship shirts that we have for them, and Just couldn't be happier with how things are going. And thank you for coming out. And,
Oh, it's
being here today.
absolutely been our pleasure. And Colin, congratulations on everything that you've started here, and wish you nothing but the best, man.
Sounds good.
That's Colin Fagan, the founder of the Maryland Lacrosse League, as he's going to head down and take care of his founding duties, running the league. As McFauls trying to get back into this one, shot from the outside and a save. As Mark Willis stays with it well again. 4-1 Coopers heading to the end of the second half. Nice look to the near side. Patterson lost it out of his cross. Kicked away by Lacey. Able to scoop up with the long pole, then drops it. Stays in bounds and knocked out of play by Coopers. Running clock, so McFauls needs to hurry if they want to get something. 10 seconds left. Dumps it down. 6 seconds while high in the air. Intercepted, but not cleanly. Coopers control. Shot from way outside. And that is how the quarter will end. So at the half, it's 4-1 Coopers. We'll take a quick break. Back in just a minute for the third quarter of this Maryland Lacrosse League Championship game here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we are live from William G. Tierney Field at the U.S. Lacrosse Hall of Fame here in Glencoe, Maryland. About to start the third quarter of the Maryland Lacrosse League Championship game as Coopers leads McFauls by a score of 4-1. Tom Williams here. Thanks so much for joining us. We've switched sides again. Coopers in the blue, McFauls in the white. McFauls controls. We are underway in this third quarter. And championship game action. He's trying to power his way through. Here's Franzen. Franzen draws a double team, takes a shot, and he scores! That is a nice play by Franzen.
Goal scored by number 5, Greg Franzen.
That is his second of the day, and it pulls McFauls within one. By the way, it looks like there's a change in goal for the Coopers. It looks like it's Christopher Petrish now between the pipes. So they are using both of their keepers, Willis and Petrish. Yeah, that's part of the deal with this league is, hey, everybody gets to play. You don't have to do it, but you know what? Sure, they pay some money to do it, so why not bring it, let everyone else play. Nice swim move. Shot comes in. Shoulder saved by Petrus. Nice opportunity from Tony Million trying to pull McFauls within one. Long pass scooped up here by Patterson, and he'll scamper his way ahead. Room in front of him. Comes in and fires, and that bounces wide. Didn't seem like Chittum tracked that one incredibly well, but still, it would not go. Backed up by Coopers. Nice look up top. Sweep to the left. Spin here from Furshman. Here's Richardson. Richardson will slow it down. Trying to draw in Furshman for a pick. Instead comes to the near side for Whipple. Whipple to his left. Dumped off. And here's Furshman. Correction, this is Eddie McKinnon, former Navy product. Goes to his right, trying to get his hands free. Pass across, shot, that's blocked away. Chittum got a chunk of that one. It stays Cooper ball. Back up top again. Richardson fakes to his left, takes a shot off the pipe. This will stay in play for Eddie McKinnon to control. Good pressure put on by the Coopers, heading down to 9-11. Left to go here in the third quarter. Here's Richardson. Tries the left-handed shot. That goes way wide. It will be backed up, though, by the Coopers. Well, no, they're going to say it's McFauls' ball. Not sure why, unless they call that a pass. Either way, McFauls gets possession. Long, desperate clear. Connects. Here's Bishop. Back now for Belton. Belton trying to power his way out in front, but slowed down by Dominic Floyd. Floyd staying with him. Belton spins to the front of the crease, then draws the double, then lost it back behind to the near side. But still controlled here by Andy Bishop. Nice look. Spin to his left. Silberto can't control. Shot, nice save. As Chris Harris went low with it. But a better stop there by Petrish. Getting down to 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Long pass up ahead is too strong for Beatty. And the inbound by Davenport. Davenport isolates one-on-one, sweeps to his right, fakes the shot, lost it out of his cross, scooped up by Bass. Bass realized a lot of room in front of him, so why not take it himself as he drops it off. And taken by Beatty. Gets over the center line with 7:30 to go here in the third quarter. Bobby Patterson gets inside. Thought about going to the crease and Mark Whipple, but instead dumps it on back, where it's taken by Richardson. Sweeps to his left. Drop off, turns, fires, and it goes wide by Beatty, but it is backed up by the Coopers. Heading down to 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. 4-2 Coopers in this Maryland Lacrosse League championship game, the inaugural. And after the game, we will bring you as much of the post-game as possible. This shot comes in, they score. Not a lot of pressure at the side of the cage, and Eddie McKinnon is able to power it home. Make it a 5-2 Coopers lead.
Assist by number 25.
They'll give the assist to Brad Corvin. Every time McFauls feels like they're going to get back into this game. Cooper's not really allowing much in the way of runs at all. So a 3-goal advantage with the clock heading down to 6 minutes left to go in the third. Face-off is ready, scooped away. Still no possession just yet. Good shoulder barge there. As going flying on the play was Chris Parks. Still loose. And it will be McFauls' possession. So it's dumped back for Million to restart. I'm not sure why it's taking a little while to get things restarted, but they do restart. So here's Million going back and forth with Belton. Goes back behind at X. Again, got to keep in mind that the clock is supposed to be running. It's not now. I guess they stopped it for a couple of seconds. 5:41 to go. And again, the clock is not running at the moment. Nice look up top, but unable to control the pass was Bragg. So Million, he'll try to step up. Sweeps to the right, lost it out of his cross just as he got free. And here comes the Coopers. This is Richardson. He'll try to power his way in. High cross check on him, not called. Ball down, goes back behind the cage. And scooped up here by Corvin. Corvin looks to the crease, all the way back now for Patterson. Patterson tries near side. Side to the crease. Shot, score! Eddie McKinnon does it again. So a 6-2 Coopers lead heading down to 5 minutes to go in the third quarter.
Goals scored by number 14, Eddie McKinnon. Assist by number 1, Mark Whipple.
Whipple will get the assist on the McKinnon goal. For McKinnon, I believe that is his third of this game. McKinnon has 3. No, McKinnon has 2, excuse me. And then you have 3 by Richardson and 1 by Furshman. So down to 4:30 to go in the third quarter. A 6-2 lead for the Coopers. They've scored 2 in a row now. Big draw here from McFauls. Like a stick hold, but not called. Then scooped up by Martin. Martin Now for Reed. And he'll get inside. Dropped off for Belton. As he'll survey from the far side. Randy Belton wearing 00. Nice look to the crease. Low shots. A high and a save. As Petrus just got his shoulder on it. Backed up, though, by McFauls. At this point, heading to the later stages of this third quarter, McFauls needs to find a way to get a run going here. So here's Ramgopal. Rajesh Ramgopal out of Canisius. Back behind the cage. Looks for a cutter. Gets one. Shot and a save by Petrus. So he scoops up himself and he'll outlet. No, he's going to keep it himself. Tosses up ahead. It's grabbed here by Firstman. Firstman absorbs a couple of slashes, but still gets inside the restraining box. Heading down to 3:09 to go in the third quarter. Kind of a workmanlike performance here from the Coopers. And they swallow up so well defensively. So here's Patterson. Again, this is just the first year of the Maryland Lacrosse League, but these two teams have been playing around the state for a while now. And now with a state championship, so to speak, available to them both, this could be a good way to grow the game in the area. So here is Patterson after the dropped ball. And no rush here from the Coopers. They're up by 4 from the outside. Firstman draws the flag. Slash to his arm. He'll move up. Fires. Save. And it is scooped up by Chittum. Second man up here for the Coopers. As we're heading down, under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. 4-goal lead is tough enough. 5 going into the fourth quarter would be huge for the Coopers. They look to pick up the inaugural championship here in the Maryland Lacrosse League. And it was great to hear from Colin Fagan that not only is this league getting attention in the state of Maryland, but teams in Northern Virginia, teams in the Philadelphia area want to get involved. This shot comes and they score. Firstman's second of the game. And that makes it a 7-2 contest. A man-up goal for the Coopers. They're now 1 for 2 on the day. And I wouldn't say they're starting to run away with it, but it's going to be tough for McFauls to get back. They need to win some draws and strike quickly, especially with the running clock.
1 minute in the quarter.
A big draw here for McFauls. Again, if they can get possession, they'll get it at about the 40-second mark if they can win it cleanly. But they can't win the draw just yet. Nice dump back. And it's picked up here by Bass. Big win for the Coopers. So they can hang on for last shot. 30 seconds left to go in the third. Nice look to the crease, but that gets away. Let's see if it makes it out of play. Nope, it's going to stay in for Patterson. 22 seconds left to go in the quarter. Being looked at there as Ray Kemper forces the bad shot, and it will be McFauls' ball, but only 5 seconds remaining. They won't even bother playing it. That'll be the end of the third quarter. We go to the fourth. When we come back, it's 7-2 Coopers as you're watching the Maryland Lacrosse League championship game here on the Sports Fan Base Network. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, we're live from just outside of Baltimore at the U.S. Lacrosse Hall of Fame and headquarters. Tom Wilms here. Thanks so much for joining us. This is fourth quarter action. The Maryland Lacrosse League championship game. It's been Coopers taking care of business. 7-2 lead over McFauls. Thanks so much for joining us. But McFauls has possession here. See, Million can do as he tries to running back his way through, but he's slowed down by Firstman. Ball down, picked right back up, then tripped up on the play. Referee right on top of it, no flag flies. Still loose. Kicked away Franzen. Ends up going out of play, and it's Cooper's ball. So after the big draw victory for McFauls, they lose it just 30 seconds into the quarter. And that could be a heartbreaker. And they need to come back from 5 down. The Coopers will be in no rush. So here's Petrish. Here comes the near side for Patterson. Patterson finds room to get inside the box. Looked like he wanted to rush it. Charles Martin got in his way. Patterson, near side Firschman. Again, Coopers will be in no rush. Again, no shot clock, but they will play stall warnings. See how quickly our officials will pull the trigger on that. So they'll get some defensive changes done. Ooh, slash thrown there by Martin. Firstman wanted the call, not coming. So he steps up, fakes the shot, now looks to the crease. Turn-on shot and a save. Huge stop on the Beatty turnarounder. So it stays a 5-goal deficit for McFauls. And they'll see if they can get something going, but Alex Marshall lost it out of his cross. So Greg Franzen will restart now for Belton. Look for these two to be the catalysts offensively if McFauls wants to get back into this game. Belton controls again, down 5, under 10 minutes to go. One-on-one here against Dominic Floyd. Skips, tries the power, takes a shot, and he scores. Nice high shot by Belton. And that's a big one. The only problem here for McFauls, they have now pulled within 4, as this is running clock, so they'd be wise to hurry to the center line, get set up. And they must win these draws. And it'll be up to Rajesh Ramgopal, the former D1 player, to take some of these victories. He's going to take on Chris Parks in this draw. Parks, a former D3 player at Mitchell. Clock continues to roll, under 9 minutes to go. And about 30 seconds being killed here. They've got to find a way to speed that process up. It's still loose. It's withheld, and it's Cooper's ball. So again, Coopers will take their time, up by 4 now. Here's Whipple, trying to power his way in. Drop back now for Richardson. Tries near side for Beatty. And it's worked all the way back behind to X. Eddie McKinnon's got a couple of goals in this one. Had a couple as well in the 9-1 semifinal win over the Shamrocks. Tries to power his way in. Spins, sharp angle shot, and it goes through the goalie and wide. Corvin chases down, keeps possession for the Coopers. Back up top now for Beatty. Beatty looked at, forced wide. So it was a push from behind. And it goes back behind now for Patterson. 7:46 to go in the 4th. The peak at the clock here for the Coopers. Up by 4. Drop back up top. Behind the back pass. Shot low, and it sneaks through. Officials weren't quite sure, but the body language from Brian Chittum told the story there. As Brad Corvin picks up his first goal of the game. Makes it an 8-3 lead now for the Coopers, heading down to the 7-minute mark of the 4th quarter. And that might be the backbreaker. And McFauls needs to find a way to speed up play. Just win draws, pepper the cage. Desperation mode. As Davenport trying to squeeze his way through on the draw victory. Still loose. And finally picked up by McFauls and Charles Martin. Martin here for Harris. He steps inside, right back out, and dumps it over for Belton. 6:25 to go. Belton directing traffic. Down by 5. Not out of the realm of possibility, but they have to work quickly. Belton jogging in wide here against Floyd. We saw his quick trigger earlier, but he's in no angle right now. He'll go back behind to X. Powers his way around. Fires and it goes wide. Back up top. Shot. Save. Gregory Bragg threw it right into the chest of the keeper, Petrish, and he's down. It will stay McFauls' ball, but the clock continues to roll with 5:37 to go in the fourth. I think we'll have a man-up situation. It is a man-up now for McFauls. Did not see the infraction. Comes back up top, but it scoots away. And it goes right into the penalty area where Bobby Patterson waits. Dumped up ahead now for Richardson. And with 5 minutes left to go, the man-up is over for McFauls. They are now 0 for 4. And down by 5, under 5 minutes to go. You can take a look at that number as a little indicator on this game. Here's Patterson. Gets inside, absorbs a couple of wrap checks. Moving up here, Patterson, trying to back his way in. Throws the forearm, spins his way out in front, takes a shot off the pipe. Doesn't make it out of play. Coopers will maintain possession. .408 left to go in the fourth. And Coopers taking their time here. McKinnon back behind. Has a cutter in front. Through the legs and a save. Great opportunity by Richardson. And up by 5, yeah, that's the kind of shot you try maybe. This pass up ahead, sneaks through, taken over by Belton. Moving in, but whistle blows. And what do we have? Well, not exactly sure what the infraction is, but it's going to stay McFauls' possession. That is a huge break for Coopers. Belton was in. Well, no matter what it's called, if there's no call or what have you, that is huge. You can't really simulate a fast break at this point. Just a tough break as a flag does fly very late, and not exactly sure why. Might have been an offsides. The clock is stopped at 3:03 to go. A 5-goal deficit for McFauls will be tough enough right now. So it does look like Coopers will be man down for 30 seconds. Again, didn't get a signal on what the infraction was, unless it was an offsides call. This will be the 5th man up for McFauls. Now all 3 officials are getting together to work it out. So this may be undecided here. And with 3:03 left to go in the fourth quarter, a 5-goal lead for the Coopers. This is a big decision. Is they going to? I think they're going to pick up the flag. Yep, they will. So no man up for McFauls. So that is a tough break for McFauls. Not only do they not get the man up, they lose the fast break opportunities. Now Belton will take it up ahead. Inside. Belton goes wide, tosses towards the crease. It's intercepted by the keeper. Petrish will take it up himself. Absorbs a hard check, but still dumps it off. Here's Firschman moving in. Firschman fires, scores. 9-3 in favor of the Coopers. We're down to 2:35 to go in the fourth quarter. It does look like the Coopers will come away with the inaugural title here in the Maryland Lacrosse League.
2.5 minutes left. Coopers 9, McFauls 3.
And McFauls later in this game having to open things up a little bit to try to get back into it. Left them a little bit vulnerable as far as the fast break the other way. So down to 2 minutes and counting to go. Clock will not stop unless McFauls pulls within 3, but they have a lot of work and no time to do it. So it's taken here by Justin Bass. They'll get it over the center line. And expect the Coopers to really keep it to the outside unless they get a glorious opportunity like they might have here as Patterson moves in. Patterson will cut away. Good switch by Marshall to cut him off. It's dumped back up top and taken over by Richardson. Richardson with 3, Firschman with 3, McKinnon with 2, Corvin with 1. As it looks like we'll have a whistle and a timeout called by the Coopers, I believe, just before they stepped out of bounds. Well, maybe not. Thought I saw the timeout call. It said it's going to be Cooper's possession. They went out of play. Down to 1:07 to go. McFauls put up a fight here. Belton, Davenport, and Million, the goal scorers. But the Coopers have been a juggernaut today. Pushing and shoving, and a ward off. And a flag will also fly as Beatty wouldn't drop the ball. So delay a game. They'll stop the clock with 43 seconds left, but they shouldn't be stopping the clock. It's supposed to be running time. So it will be a man up for McFauls. The clock rolls at 30 seconds to go. Little consolation, as Coopers will come away with the championship. Maybe they can pop home a goal here, though. They try to cut in, a big save, and getting decked while coming in. As we go the other way, now with 9 seconds to go, Coopers will just run it out. Here's Firschman on the far side. Gets inside the restraining box, and that will do it. Coopers with a 9-3 win over McFauls. They are the inaugural Maryland Lacrosse League champions. Congratulations to the Coopers. A great performance today. Winning 9-1 in the semis and now 9-3 here in the championship game. McFauls, tough day. They had to win 3 today. They got 2 done. But McFauls, worthy runners-up, but they had dropped this one by 6, 9-3. So recapping the scoring real quickly, Greg Firschman and Mike Richardson, 3 each for the Coopers. Eddie McKinnon with 2, Brad Corvin with 1. For McFauls, 1 each from Tony Million, Queries Davenport, and Randy Belton. As the Coopers come away with the championship victory, defeating McFauls by a final score of 9-3. That'll just about do it for us. I want to thank you for joining us all day long. I want to thank all the folks here at U.S. Lacrosse. And also want to thank the founder of the Maryland Lacrosse League, Colin Fagan, for joining us a couple times and for starting up this league looking forward to bigger and better things as it moves along. Again, our final score, the Coopers 9, McFauls 3. Coopers are the inaugural Maryland Lacrosse League champions. For all of us here at William G. Tierney Field in Glencoe, Maryland, this is Tom Wilms saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you real soon.